Welcome everybody to Ferriphobe Campaign 2, Episode 11. My name is Sam Lander. I'll be your GM, and I have some players.
Good evening. My name is Zerder, playing Lumi, the Circle of Stars druid.
Hi, I'm Suda, playing Risha, the rogue warlock who just barely revealed her warlock abilities to the rest of the party, and had her dinner ruined.
Hello, I am Sadie. I am playing Zari, the barbarian, who enjoys swinging from chandeliers.
I am Inter. I'm playing Krior, the monk, which is pretty fast.
I am Deem the Dragon, playing Leondrial, the paladin, and who is now canonically going to be making a beef stew to attempt to keep everyone calm. Why? Because I said so.
Fair enough. So last time, you guys spent about a week catching up with each other and resting after having spent way too much time away from town. And then had a dinner date with one Dershiel, who you got, who mostly goes by Dare. And at the end of, or near the end of the dinner conversation, I think it was Krior noticed somebody acting sus on the far side of the room, and managed to almost so close to prevent them from releasing a Vrock into the room. And it totally wasn't Risha's fault. Nobody can blame her for anything. After defeating the Vrock, you guys, well, that's where we are. You guys have just defeated a Vrock.
I'm going to blame Risha for ruining my dumplings because reasons.
Zari, you okay down there?
Perfectly fine.
I'm gonna invest the body of the cultist.
They have
What's
a
left of it?
giant hole in their chest where their heart used to be. Looks to be beak shaped. Well, the inverse of beak shaped, I guess. Wearing some fairly nice clothing, but not like super fancy clothing. Definitely fitting for the place that you guys are in. They have 25 brass on them and a dagger, and that's it.
No notes or something?
No.
Any symbol?
Oh,
Necklace?
yeah. Inside a layer of their overcloak or overshirt or like overclothing, there is a skull with a dagger through the eyes.
And that's a necklace, or?
No, it's a if it was attached to a cloak, it would be a cloak pin, but it's just attached to the inside of like their vest.
A brooch.
Brooch is good, but it's not visible, but yes.
I'll take that one.
All right.
I'll take the money for now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll join up with the rest. And I'll show them the skull with the dagger. Yep, that's a cultist.
Yeah, the rock was a leading clue for me.
It all happens so fast that people are just kind of reacting to everything that just happened. And the singer, I think, yeah, she was a singer. The performer on the stage is picking themselves up off the floor from sheer surprise at large winged beasts that then suddenly landed, closer by than is comfortable. And she cleans herself up, gathers her things, and heads back into the back room. A couple of the people in the downstairs decide that discretion is the better part of getting the hell out of Dodge. And they, like, one of them just bolts for the door, and another one of them is like, seeing as it's not actively conflict right now, is like trying to summon a waitstaff.
Lumi will poke his head down the stairs and just try to summon someone to summon the city guard.
Okay. So you poke your head down a layer and look as the door opens up, and as the door opens, you hear screams from the street that then go silent as the door goes closed again.
Uh-oh. I will run out. I will relay that there are screams outside and run down to check, because if more of these things are out there, that's bad.
Okay, what are the rest of you up to?
Zari has casually dusted herself off and walked back upstairs. So that was fun.
So you're passing Lumi going down as you go back up.
Yep.
What's your passive perception, Zari?
Zari's passive perception is 11.
Nah. You don't notice the screams.
Yep. I'm coming down off rage high.
Accurate.
Yeah, I think I will follow Lumi.
Okay.
Oh, we going back downstairs? Okay. Zari turns around on the steps and heads back downstairs.
For the same goals, also to get guards, basically.
Um,
And do I see Dare somewhere?
Dare's still at the table. Like, it's been less than a minute since all this happened, and so she's sitting at the table looking shocked. And just kind of trying to gather her wits and possibly summon a waiter.
Maybe somebody stay with Dare? I don't know.
Eberkeep volunteers.
Yep. Risha, Loriandal, you following us down?
Lumi's running off after somebody.
Yep.
All right.
There's got to be something not.
So, heading out of the Grand Taberna on the street here, there are distant screams in the street. Lumi's exceptional sense of, or at least heightened sense of perception allowed him to hear them. They're coming from a generally northern direction, and you guys can see a plume of smoke rising above this area of town.
An owl will appear and fly off onto Lumi's shoulder, then fly off with the task of scouting and making noise if obviously bad things are spotted.
What is in that location that we know of?
Number
The
3.
warehouse?
Yeah, number 3 is the main warehouse for the Twilight Virtue. Surrounding buildings like Twilight Virtue own essentially this entire block. So from here, or if they don't own it, they supply like thing. So the warehouse is kind of in the center here, and then all of these buildings are Twilight Virtue associated buildings, storefronts, or they're like the Gran Taberna, which is not directly associated with the Twilight Virtue, but per what Dare said, like source their luxury goods from the Twilight Virtue.
Okie doke. Well, I guess we better see what's going on.
Could I get a perception check from your owl, please? Advantage because sight based.
Owl.
$22. All right, so the owl starts. You can hear it. Do owls screech? I think
Yes.
They screech like
right.
like. If anyone's seen My Cousin Vinny, there's an owl screech in that.
Got it. So it is over the. There is a. It starts circling over this building here. You can see it, and it is screaming, but it's outside of your 100-foot telepathic range.
Oh yeah, my familiars are expendable drones.
Right.
Oh, we start walking that way. Does Zari pass a weapons booth on the way? Because Zari is still without weapon.
Sure. I mean, this is like luxury goods, but absolutely, we'll say that this building here has arms and armaments in it. I would like a name for this place.
The round shield.
I was gonna offer the Porcupine's Quill as another one of those backwards names, like the Blade's Awakening.
All right, I need it to be in cyan. So this is number 13. Hold on. So 13. I like the Porcupine's Quill. So that is now added to the map.
And what is the equivalent of a silvered weapon in here?
It is either a brass weapon, which is super expensive, or a brassed weapon, or it's zinced. There we go.
Zinced.
Yep.
Zinc infused.
Zinc infused. So this
Okay. So I guess I just walk into the storefront just casually, and be like, I need a simple zinced weapon, fairly quickly, my good sir.
They're like, why doesn't that narrate? Anyway, happy to serve you. We have blades and blunts. What kind would you prefer?
Blunt preferable.
Okay. They don't have a maul, but they do have a warhammer.
Okay.
That's zinced.
Zinced warhammer.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just throw whatever money on the table is equivalent to that, and
Yep. It's available. Just the PHB price.
yep. Okay, I will be looking that up then.
Yeah. Anything for your friends who he sees walking past out the store, past the storefront?
Running.
Running. past
Lumi
the
will
storefront.
just Lumi will, hearing that, just wave his mat, this rolled up star map at him as he run past.
No, I think they're fine. They have other means. I just left my hammer at home. Anyway, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And casually walks out the door as people are running away screaming outside.
He says to your retreating back, always remember porcupine. Never mind.
As in the PHP page 148, silver weapons, it's 100 gold to silver a single weapon. So 100 gold plus a warhammer. Which is 15, so 115.
Okie doke.
There you go. All right, so as you guys round this corner, the screams are getting louder, and you're hearing like people shouting, like city guards shouting for organized, like, make a line, and so on and so forth. And you're starting to hear the sounds of heavy impacts, and it's the heavy impact of thump, skid, whomp, and then a couple seconds go by, and another thump, skid, whomp. And as you round this corner, what you see is I didn't prepare for, but we'll just do. In this needs to be a bigger map because somebody's fast. Let's go 50 by 50. 50 by 50. All right, so yes. Let me set up things, and then we'll add you to the table. Polygonal line. Oops.
Can I wind time back a little bit
Absolutely.
while we're still standing at the building, number 12?
Mm-hmm.
And when we notice it's in this district, I want to notify one of the waiters, somebody who's in front of the door or just inside, to notify there about this.
Okay.
Because it's in their district.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. No problem. There. No.
Oh, and probably hopefully at some time along the way there's some form of a guard in shouting range. Summon a guard to grant the burner for the dead cultist.
Guards seem real distracted and hard to come by until you see a whole bunch of them fighting. Right. I did that twice. Hold on. Sorry, friends.
That's okay.
I knew what I wanted, but then I forgot to make it. There we go. And then we go there, and there, and there we go. All right. So we have what are you called? That's what you're called. Why aren't you? No, not that. Haha. You go here. Yeah, I want you to pop out. All right. Nope, I'm on the wrong thing. That. There. All right. And please put yourselves, once I get you moved to here, please put yourselves in the bottom right corner of this, or the bottom right side of this roadway.
Shift ping if you want to force us down there.
Down over there. And Finish adding people to the map.
I forget how to place tokens.
Drag name, not picture.
Yep.
In your journal tab.
Do, 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 do.
Okay. So what you guys see as you surround the corner, or as you round the corner up this street, you see a whole bunch of city guards, in a kind of rough line around a spiky toad-like creature, who is like 15, 16 feet tall, big thick arms, big thick legs, and it's real angry looking. I'm going to remove all turns, clear the list, and then I'm going to roll initiative. Could I have everybody roll initiative, please, once you have your token on the field? Okay.
I would like to just point out that I am deeply offended by my dice.
Oh, come on. You get a 4. It's not a 1.
He rolled a 1.
I mean, you know.
Nat 1 with a +3 initiative.
It'll be fine.
Second session in a row.
Has everybody got an it? No.
We're missing Leorendal, I
Yes.
think.
Correct.
He said he needed to check on something in 40 minutes, but
He was here momentarily ago, because intro. But Leorndal hasn't added himself to the map either. All right, well, we'll start and get him in when he can. Descending. So, I'm going to move you first before the guards, Lumi. So what you see, Lumi, is there's actually a couple of guards against the building over here. And you think that slide sound that you heard was them sliding along the ground after taking a big hit and then moving, and then hitting the wall.
Well, at least I am going to dash 60 feet.
Okay.
Up there, and along the way, my entire being is gonna grow dark as the night sky,
Okay.
with the archer showing up.
Sure. Bonus action, throw a bead of light.
I don't think I have enough range for that.
Fair enough.
Nope, that's 60 feet, and I used the dash, so I can't use 120 feet guiding bolt either.
Yep.
That's all she wrote for Lumi.
All right, guard's turn. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 remaining. That one. 1 will hit. 2 will miss. 3 will hit. 4 will miss. 5 will hit. 6 will hit. Wow. Wait a minute. 1, 2, no, 3 hits. All right, so 7, 13, 18 damage.
I count 4 hits. Oh no,
One,
that's initiative.
2,
Sorry.
3. Yeah, 18 damage. All right.
No, 22, 21, 18, and an 18.
I see 18, 18, 21.
Yeah, and then the last one, 22.
22. Aha! 3. All right. Okay. That is the guard's turn. Zari, you're up.
Zari is dashing their full 70 feet, which will bring them. Hold on.
If you pick up the token and just tap right click as you got it picked up, you get the ruler with the token. And then you can click right clicks to place intermediary waypoints.
Picked up the token and then click the ruler, or?
Pick up the token
Pick-
and then right click.
Hit right click.
Okay, that is also moving my camera at the same time. So
Don't hold the right click down.
Don't click and hold, just click. Click release. It should activate the ruler on the token.
Okay.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it too.
Okay. Close enough.
Okay. Any bonus actions?
Not as of yet. I'm not in range.
Okay. Cryor.
I'm gonna dash as well.
That's gonna be a little different than everybody else, though. Zoom.
And that was my actions.
All right. My guys go. So we have that will miss. That will not. So that's doing that much damage. So this guy gets a claw to the chest and he goes flinging backwards and slams up against this wall, dying. Markers. Dunk. Actually, there. And then that will miss. All right, so much like the previous sounds, you heard one thump, slide, crunch. And that is this guy's turn. Risha, you're up.
Before moving,
Yes.
Risha will take a quick action to pull the quick release on her dress's long skirt, dropping it to the floor, revealing a much shorter, more maneuverable skirt beneath.
Awesome, I love it.
And then will be taking her moot.
You have the longest range if you're using your short bow. Longbow? Whatever bow.
Short bow is only 80 feet, but Eldritch Blast is 120.
Well, Eldritch Blast
Which-
is out of range, but you're at just disadvantage to hit it because you're at long range.
Mm-hmm. With the short bow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's got a 320 max.
Uh-huh.
Might as well. Oh, and one more. Nope.
9 will miss.
Yep. Stupid advantage.
Lumi, you're up.
$30 puts me right next to Zari.
Yep.
I stop by her, tap her on the shoulder. The mark on my shoulder, the nape of my neck lights,
Mm-hmm.
and magic weapon is cast on the zinced warhammer.
Okay. It's now considered magical and has a +1 to hit and damage.
Yep. And since that was a bonus action, I'm just going to use an action to dash onwards.
Okay. Go for it.
Up to there.
My turn again.
So Zari's Warhammer now has a night sky-like outline.
Oh, nice. Should have been rolling this the first time. That'll hit. That'll miss. That'll hit. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 5. So we have 2 hits. Hit and hit for 6 total damage. They're not doing much to this thing. Their weapons seem to be skating off of its very tough-looking hide. Zari, you're up.
Okay, let's see. Let's see, that'll get me 70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I guess I can taunt it.
Sure.
Can't do much for it yet.
Cryer, you're next.
I will move up 40.
Okay.
Then I'll do a two-handed quarterstaff attack.
Okay. That will miss.
Then I'll use a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Oh crap! Sorry.
You're fine. Will miss. That will hit.
For 8 damage. And it needs to make a dexterity saving throw of 13 or be prone.
Okay. Is your attack magical in any way?
Not yet. Next level.
Okay. So DC 13 dexterity, you said?
Yep.
I got a 19. So he is not prone.
Then I'll move 15 foot back.
Okay. So this guy's really technically here, and this guy's technically here. Well, let me see. You did a whole bunch of punches at it. Actually, these guys, yeah, he will. There. No, he's gonna keep going after the guards. So claws attack will hit. Guard goes fling, smack, dead. Another claws attack will miss. And a bite will hit. Ow. Okay, so its mouth opens up wide. It bites into this guy and consumes his torso. Like the middle of his torso. Basically shoulders, arms and head fall one direction, and waist down falls the other direction, and this thing's bloody maw is like grinning as he chews. And then he's gonna just defiantly move forward towards the person who moved away from him. And that leaves some tactical opportunities for some guards. And a miss. And a hit. And a miss. So.
I'll wait a little longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Risha, you're up.
get some movement up in here. That should be just close enough.
Indeed.
Okay.
22 will hit.
That's 3 force damage.
So this is the first time that something like really impinges on this thing. So all attacks up until now have been like skating off its end, bruising it, but not really hurting it. But it feels that one and narrows eyes at you as it's chomping and crunching through its guard snack. Hey, Lumi, your turn.
Your foul presence here shall not be tolerated.
I'm gonna move up a tad. Up there, Zari is gonna grow.
She becomes large when that happens, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Zari now
Yay,
Zari
we
now
get
big.
big beefcake.
So now you need to keep in mind a +1 and a +1d4. Sorry.
That's fine.
And I'm just gonna fling a bead of starlight at it as well.
As bonus action. Okay. 10 will miss.
Which will soar harmlessly above its head.
So the guards seeing you guys start to engage this thing are like, don't let it get into civilians. It's been murdering its way up the street. And they step back up.
Like Lumi would probably snarl get back at them. But whether they listen or not.
8 will miss. 15 will miss. All right. They're looking. The guards are looking a little worried. Zari, your turn. Because more than half the number are down, and they're not doing very much.
Zari goes into rage.
That seems wise.
And Zari is going to hit this big frogger. Let's see.
$19 will hit.
19 will hit. Let's see. And this will be two-handed because Warhammer is versatile.
Correct. Ooh, you get your you get another extra 1d4 on top of that too, right?
Yes.
+1.
+1. Or
also rage damage? ? I have heard reports that it does not add on
automatically. No.
Automatically.
Yes. So
currently 17.
12 plus 1 for the silvered,
right,
and +2 for the wait, where's my rage? I don't see my rage damage, but I think it's
3 +2.
It's your strength modifier.
Oh, it's strength modifier. Okay. That would be +4 then.
Rage damage +2. Yes. So what's the total?
Yeah.
Should be
12.
19 if the rage damage is a +2.
Okay.
Yeah.
19. Okay, so it was looking madly at Risha, but it seems to have forgotten all about her. And as your hammer, like, if you're familiar with the Warhammer, it does technically do blunt damage, but it's like the the face of the thing is kind of spiky, and so
Yep.
4 lines from the spikes on the end of the warhammer are drawn down its chest, and one of its spines on like its shoulder gets knocked off, and it looks real mad. Does it
Well,
give-
it's going to be even more mad because it needs to make a DC 13 dex save.
DC 13 dex save. All right. And I just realized that this thing has a special thing. But go ahead and make me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Let's see.
I saved with a 20.
Okay.
You have the poisoned condition.
Okay. Well, he still takes half damage, so
Storm
2 magical lightning damage.
two lightning damage. It doesn't seem to be super effective. The lightning kind of glances off of it. A little like the weapons were earlier. But with that, you get in your mind, in the most vile version of your language you've ever experienced. I will consume your soul. And Crier, your turn. I need you to make a Constitution 14 saving throw, please. You are immune from poison for the next this thing's poison for the next 24 hours. It stinks real bad.
Good. Then I will hit his stink.
A 12 and an 8 will miss.
Why did it roll twice?
I don't know, but either way, both of them miss.
Okay. Then I will use my last key point
Okay,
to do a flurry of blows.
okay, go for it. That will hit.
So that's 5 damage.
Yup.
And dex save, please.
All right, dexterity 12. Goes
You're
prone.
Fall prone.
All right. Which we'll call that prone. All right, so he is currently proned.
And then my second attack,
Advantage
17
will also hit.
for 5 again.
All right, he takes some damage. It's his turn, so
No, I'm gonna move away.
fair enough.
Bravely ran away.
So it stands back up, uses its turn to stand back up. But now seems to be completely focused on Zari, and so 3 attacks coming to Zari. We have a 26 to hit,
That'll hit.
a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and a 16 to hit.
That will also hit.
All right, so we have 7 halved to 3, 12 halved to 6, and 15 halved to 7. So 7, 13, 16 total damage.
Now did it say I will consume your soul to me or Cryor?
To you.
Oh, okay.
After you hit it real hard.
Okay.
Nobody else heard it. It wasn't out
Okay.
loud.
I have snappy comeback for when my turn comes around.
Risha, your turn.
Okie dokie. Just gonna continue. Oh, wrong.
Oh, you get sneak attack now. No, you have to be within certain distance from it, right?
Negatory.
some person. I'm standing
An
next to.
enemy of your target needs to be in
Yeah.
melee combat with it.
Right, but do you have to be within 60 feet to get sneak or any range?
Any range.
Okay, well then you get your sneaks.
Yup. Oh, it didn't advantage.
Well, there's nothing that triggers advantage yet. Just
Yeah.
sneak attack if you
Yeah,
hit.
if you hit.
Yep.
All right, a 16 will in fact hit. So add your sneak to. Or can you? Yeah, you can sneak with Eldritch Blast. It's rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that's a sad. So
Sneaky blast.
Sneaky blast of 6 damage. Thankfully for you, that counts as magical.
Mhm.
And it's not resistant to force. It is not resistant to force. One of the few magical damages it's not resistant to. All right. Lumi, you're up.
Just as a clarification, is Zari in the winded category or just still fine?
I'm close to winded. About half.
Because winded is the first fourth is fine. The next one is winded. The next one is blooded, and the last one is critical.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I am winded, so yeah, just lay into it.
Almost bloodied.
I was I'm trying to gauge how critically I need to get to you to heal.
Oh, Cryer is also bloodied.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage in the last fight because you all ran over there first.
Well, I'm gonna give you one more round before I start worrying, and I'm just gonna fling a small bead and then a large bead.
Okay.
The small bead will miss.
Yes, it will. Guiding Bolt will hit.
For 10 radiant damage. And the next attack will...
Okay. Next attack has advantage.
Has advantage, and Lumi will bark at the guards, leave.
The guards are we can't leave. This is too important. Although one of them is looking like, well, let me see actually. Do they actually maintain good order and discipline? Yeah, they're still okay.
Don't they have like crossbows or something that they can like stand back and plink at it with?
That's even less effective than the spears they're using. Speaking of the spears, first one gets advantage. I don't know how to do that with his, so. Oh, it automatically rolled with advantage. It failed anyway. Second one does not have advantage. The third one, everybody misses.
Sorry. Guards mucking it up for us.
That's fine. They're doing their best.
Swing in several misses as the glowy effect of guiding bolts is dissipated. But Zari, your turn.
Okie doke. First, I'm going to say to it, sweetie, only one person can consume this soul. And I am poisoned, so that means I have disadvantage on attack.
Well, it's at the start of every turn you roll it again.
Okay, so let's do that.
Yep. You are poisoned, so you have disadvantage. DC 14, so.
Do you have inspiration?
That doesn't matter. Hit.
No, for the save.
Oh, well, either way.
I'll do it next time around. I hit.
Yes, you did hit.
Okay.
So a 2 and a 2 plus
3. Yeah, 3.
It's more than plus
So-
3, isn't it?
+1 from magic weapon.
Yep. Plus your strength, 2. Plus your rage, another 2, so it's plus 5.
Yeah.
Plus your big was the 1d4. So total of 11 damage.
Okay, 11 damage.
Yeah, your total should be whatever you roll plus 5.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell. Hey, the Orndal got here.
I need an embiggen button.
For some reason, didn't pop into the turn order.
He didn't pop out his character yet,
No
Oh.
token.
and he didn't select it.
Right. Add your token. I'll put you somewhere appropriate-ish.
And just for the VOD and to preempt the inevitable Lumi has 2 concentration spells going.
It's
My mark makes the magic weapon not require concentration.
accurate.
So I am only concentrating on enlarge reduce, which is enlarging the barbarian next to the big thing.
Mm-hmm. Deem, you want to
Where
add your...
is my...
Go into your journal and...
Well, that's where I'm trying to go into the journal, and
I can add you as well.
oh, there we go.
Okay. Figured it out? Now, add yourself to the... Why? There.
Yeah, it's because I had not expanded PCs. Everything else was expanded.
Ah. Go ahead and click on your thing and reroll initiative. And then I'll move you to the correct place in the initiative order. There you go. Hey, it worked out the same. So I'll just leave it as that. All right,
I mean,
sorry,
pretty much.
you just hit. Cryer, your turn.
Oh wait, bonus action
Yep.
DC save.
Okay, dexterity?
Yes.
Dexterity. Yep. Just that. 21.
He saves, but he takes 2 lightning damage.
Takes 2.
Or
It's half of that, right?
1. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good thing for you, the minimum damage is 1.
Half of 1 is still 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Leorndal, you're up.
No, I am.
Oh, did I skip you somehow? I skipped you somehow. Okay, Cryer, because, right.
I run up.
Yep.
I hit him with my staff.
Will hit.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And filled with my second attack.
Yep.
And I move down.
It like swings at you as you move away, but ineffectively because you bat its arm away. Okay, now Leorndal, it's your turn.
Question: did it actually do an attack of opportunity? Because that
No,
would be
you can't. But it's flavorly. Why would it let Cryer do that? The answer is because it doesn't have a choice.
That was my turn.
Yeah.
So,
My roasted chimkin.
What?
My roasted chimkin, and then I do a thing.
Okay. What thing are you doing?
Killing anything that I can?
Well, that guy there is your enemy.
It appears I have enemies at the forefront.
the other 3 are guards, by
Yeah,
the
the
way.
other 3, the 3 behind it are guards.
I'm looking forward. Zari and everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna toll the dead.
All right, it has been damaged. Wisdom saving throw? Failed. Eight damage.
Necrotic, because it seems the damage type is very important too.
It is. He's looking.
Yes,
he's
it is necrotic damage.
He is looking very rough at this point. Like there's black goo coming out of its ears. It's got great big slashes from the hammer that Zari is wielding. And it's starting to slow down.
I would like to scream, "These darned zombies!"
All right. It will. It's getting frustrated that it hasn't been more effective. But yeah, it'll just continue to wail on Azari because Zari's done the most damage to it by far. 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
An 18 to hit.
Does hit.
10 halved to 5. And 23 does hit. Is
Yes.
11 halved to 5. So 10 more damage.
Okay, I am in the bloodied state. Not yet critical.
Risha.
Gonna take a few more steps. We're gonna take it.
20-foot
Check.
stroll.
Yep. Don't want to get too close. It stinks.
It does, in fact.
And can't do both, and that makes me sad. So we're just gonna stick to what's working.
All right, 17 will hit. 7 force. Do you roll your sneak as well? Ow. 16. It's looking really badly injured. Almost dead. Lumi.
Winter Queen sends her
So,
regards.
quick question to the other players: do I just try to nuke it?
Nuke it.
Because I've got one
Kill
second level
everything.
spell slot left, and Guiding Bolt is upcastable. I'll start with flinging a small bit of starlight. 18 to hit.
Will hit.
12 damage.
So this small bead of starlight enters into this thing's chest and explodes out the back of its chest, covering the guards behind it with gore and filth. They retch as this thing collapses to the ground and then evaporates into ash.
Okay, so I didn't need to actually nuke it. I could just shoot at it. The nuke was a second level Guiding Bolt.
Nice. As it's evaporating, Risha will just stop in her tracks and be, "The Winter Queen sends her regards."
But with the remainder of my turn, I'm going to use an action to use the Pearl of Power to regain a second level spell slot.
The Summer Queen says hello.
The like tension in the air like is palpable. The building All right, so let's go back to the main map. Do.
Lumi will just make sure there's nothing left that he can do for the guards that went flying.
Oh, they were very dead. So is it shift there? Yeah, to center people. So actually, this building right here. This building right here was a like hat shop. Is a haberdasher. At one point, it's Harold's haberdashery. But Harold is no more, as there's just gore and bits of people filling the front of the building that is like somebody knocked over something burning. So it's the building is burning, but not like really intensely burning yet. And there's 5 dead guards splayed out on the street. There's the 3 live ones left. Why is that being weird? All right, that there's 3 live guards left, and a bunch of dead like other people around, and the other people are even very much more dead than the guards are.
Where did this thing come from?
Do I know what a thing is actually that we fought?
Knowledge religion.
Can it be history? Oh, religion is also good, by the way.
Is that the role open for anybody?
Yeah, roll open for anybody. Risha knows what it is. Lumi knows what it is. Cryer, you've seen descriptions. You can picture which book it's in.
It's a smelly beast.
Yeah. It's a Hezro.
I fail.
It's a demon. I have a picture of it up on the stream. You guys, if you want to take a look at it.
I feel like I don't even know what a demon is based off of my role.
It's a Hezro. It's basically a demon linebacker. They are smelly and dumb, and often there's tales of many multiples of them in a fight.
Also has a lot of things that we could use.
Right, but it evaporates into nothing because it was a summoned creature. So one of the guards looks around and says, "It came from inside the building there."
Right. Lumi just says right, still in the starting form, and just I'm assuming this building is either fully ablaze or just terribly dangerous to walk into anyway.
There's definitely a fire starting. Like it's definitely in the catching fire stage as opposed to fully emblazed. But stepping inside would be dangerous.
Does it has a back alley?
Yeah,
Well,
so there's an
yeah.
alley behind the building.
I'll go check the back alley to see if I, find somebody running that looks like a cultist.
You go. The a couple of the guards head off. The one who answered your questions, keeping civilians away from the scene. A couple of them head off to organize a fire patrol or a fire somebody help
Bucket
put out the fire.
brigade.
Yeah, bucket brigade type thing. And yeah, you can. It's not very hard to work your way around the back of the building. This part is not yet ablaze. This is a 3-story building. The bottom floor is the haberdashers, and above that looks like probably apartments. And the back alley is where the apartments let out So there's a door for the haberdasher, and then to either side of the door for the haberdasher, there are like doors opening up into stairways.
Lumi is actually stepping inside looking for cultists that are burning up or hiding in a corner, because he's probably figured out that you could just throw the gem and run off, but still wants to make sure that there isn't a cultist hiding in there.
Give me a investigation with disadvantage because the building is on fire.
In the meantime, I'll go knock on the doors to make sure nobody is home, and if they are, to tell them to head out because fire.
Okay, so you are really fast. So you head and knock on the doors that aren't closed. But most of the doors look like they've been thrown open as people fled the building. What with the crashes and bangs and fire, shouts of fire, and so on and so forth.
And monster roars.
It's been a couple minutes since this whole started here, or several minutes since this whole started here.
Okay.
So there aren't any people around in the upper floors that you can find. 15 is good enough. So in one corner of the store, you find the shattered remains of a crystal. And that's pretty much what you find with a 15.
I'm gonna scoop that dust up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna add destroyed crystal dust in my inventory.
Yep. All right. So as you guys are standing around, a few minutes later, a Vuji drawn cart pulls up in front of the building. The building is starting to catch more energetically ablaze at this point, and city guards start setting about with a hand-pumped fire wagon.
Is it a fire wagon? Neat.
And yeah, they're somebody hooks up to a source of water with a long hose, and they start pumping fire onto the water. They start pumping water onto the fire. For anybody who's around the front of the building, the guard that had remained looks on to you guys and says, thanks for helping out. I don't know that we could have done... I'm sure we couldn't have done that without you.
No problem. Why did it come out of the haberdashers?
I don't know. I was across the street and I saw it throwing people around inside of the building. That's what knocked over the torchère in the corner and started the fire. When it got bored beating up the bodies as other guards arrived and stormed through the front of the building at us and started killing us methodically. We didn't seem to be doing much to it.
Yes.
Blow everything up.
Well, you should probably. Has someone been sent off for Captain Amari?
No, I should probably do that now that the fire is taken care of.
Yes, you go do that, soldier.
He nods and looks on to you all with like a sense of surprise and possibly wonder on his face as he jogs off up the street.
As the guard jogs off, he might or might not hear Lumi loudly comment, "Mention the dead cultists in the Grand Taberna." As Lumi will walk over to Zari with his healer's kit.
We'll be able to tell Amari about the taberna when they get here.
You get really good numbers on that.
14 healing for Zari.
Thank you, Lumi.
So, Looky Loos, like, because the screams have stopped, one of the guards has been like gathering up and moving bodies that aren't in the building, like putting them off to the side, getting cloaks off of other, like, off the bodies or somewhere else and covering them up. And Looky Loos have started appearing from various buildings around, like over here and up the street a ways, and like the sounds of battle are no longer continuing, so people are starting to crowd towards. They want to watch the fire. And let's see, how far is that? What number is he? Are they?
Has Dare followed us?
Dare, no, you guys haven't seen them since haven't seen her since you guys left the taberna.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just wondering, since this is her boss's district, so.
Speaking of, some of the thicks from the Twilight Virtue, you can tell by they kind of have a uniform. Start organizing, making sure that the Looky Loos don't get too close to the burning building, and nobody gets too close to any of the shops to, rob the place while while there's a bunch of chaos going on. About a half an hour later, if you guys are still around, a captain of the guard who isn't Amari, probably a more local one, comes around from the north left,
West.
Northwest, with a bunch of guards, and comes up the street and like clears out the crowd. About this time, the fire is dying down. It's definitely not dead. Somebody's got some pilings from the Twilight Virtue, like some big beams of wood from the Twilight Virtue, and they're starting to prop up the front of the building because the ground floor has been compromised, and so the building's starting to lean a little bit. So they have some people like bracing it. Yes.
Lumi would probably have tried, but would frostbite have had any effect on the fire?
Not really. Maybe putting out like spot fires and stuff, but against the central blaze, not really.
So the first couple of minute and a half, you'd see Lumi, after healing his art, you'd see Lumi just casting frostbite and just eventually just giving up
Right.
against the blaze.
So Captain of the Guard comes up, and as you guys are still kind of hanging out, says, you were the ones who helped kill the beast?
Yes, sir. We were we were also attacked at dinner in the Grand Taberna.
Okay, and he like pulls back a second, and another couple guards head off in that direction. And he offers his hand to each of you in turn, says, I'm Captain Clemens. Nice to meet you. Um, what can you tell me about the attack?
In the taberna, we had a cultist with a magical gem unleash a, what did you all call it? A rock?
And the taberna was a rock. This thing here was a Hezru.
Yes. Once we had dispatched the creature in the taberna, we heard commotion outside. Uh, Followed it and engaged in the creature here with the other guards and finished it off.
He nods.
They are
Does
summoned the same way.
Lumi will produce his own Kyber Dagger shot that's pulsating that he got from somewhere. The shard looks like this. He is holding it very firmly. He will not relinquish said gem to anyone. Period. But we'll show it.
The guard, the captain reaches out as if to take the gem from you.
You don't get this one. You get this, and he will hand off the dust of the crushed gem.
Guy,
We found this one a few days ago at a cultist ritual site outside of town. We are currently investigating it with guild resources.
Oh, so you guys are members of the Adventurers Guild then?
Yes, sir.
We are the Lights of Miva.
He nods. Well, Lights, it's good. It's good. You've done a good deed here today. Saved a lot of lives. If you find out any more information, about these, please get in contact with me or another captain of the guard so that we can investigate this further. Did you guys figure out where probably this cultist who's released this other beast here got to? You said you killed the one in the taberna.
Yes. It apparently came out of this haberdashery, but with the fire, we have not been able to investigate if the cultist body is inside or if he was able to escape.
All right.
Okay.
Well, the fire will be out soon. We'll take a look inside. If you guys want to hang around until that's done, you may look as well. Seems you have a vested interest in finding out as much as we do.
And I'm showing them the symbol. Like, if you find this, we know that the cultist who did it probably is dead. But I guess he got away.
Guy nods. Yeah, I'm familiar with that symbol. I've seen it around a few times. Thugs and kids.
And they're also associated probably with the wooden limes.
We don't know that for sure.
His eyebrow raises up.
Alleged. Lumi will pipe in.
Allegedly. He's like, the limes are involved with this as well. I've seen the wanted poster.
They were part of the they were the guards for the caravan that was attacked by the cultists where we got that other gem. We have been tasked by our guild to try to seek them since they are members of our guild. So we are investigating all avenues.
He nods. All right. He gets frustrated and he calls out to one of his subordinates and says, "All right, I need you to write all this down, get a statement from everybody, and get it to I need okay, so we have a captain of a guard covers a certain amount of area. What would I would like the players to establish a little setting. What would the next step up who covers the entire town be called?
Admiral?
Commander of the
Commander.
guard.
So,
Sergeant?
Watch commander.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Watch commander.
probably one on day and one on night. So, who is the day watch commander?
Samuel Vimes.
Let's not
Sergeant
quite.
Hippopotalopagus.
Let's not quite go all the way to Vimes, who is the night watch commander. Anyway,
George, last name. Someone get last name.
Sergeant Hogsfather.
we can go with George. Most people seem to have just one name. Geeorge. George. So day watch commander George. Because it amuses me, she is she/her. So
If
Georgie?
Inters/Creators drops the first R, it will be spot on.
The town baker is the night watch commander because they have to be awake anyway to keep an eye on their loaves.
Yeah, so Georgie, who is the day watch commander. So Captain Clemens sends somebody off to go summon her, and then at this point the fire is pretty much out, and you guys can enter the building freely, which has been propped up with several probably 15-foot long 12-inch square wooden beams.
You guys want to go shift through some ashes? Be my guest. I ain't getting my dress dirty.
Me neither.
Well,
Look, you can afford to get a little bit dirty.
Lumi is going in there and investigating, looking for either a melted cultist symbol next to a corpse or the absence thereof.
Okay.
I'll do the same, but also looking out for anything else. Maybe threats or something, threat notes.
All right, so I would like
Not my fault they wanted to melt my chicken.
investigation from anybody who's going into the building. Oh, sure. With a natural 20 and a 21 total. Cryor, you find the absence, you are certain, of a body with a skull with a dagger through it. There are pieces of at least 6 people in here, but none of those pieces have it. Oh, fun fact: when the demon disintegrated, the contents of its belly did not. So the people that it had eaten are pretty much gore on the ground where it was.
And there was no cultist symbol in that as well?
There was no cultist symbol in that as well,
Okay.
or enough metal shards to make up one. With your 21 though, you do find evidence of traffic out the back door and down or over to a sewer opening across the alleyway. Somebody has shifted the cover, like there was stuff on top of it, and that stuff on top of it has been moved over to allow somebody to open this covering.
I'll share that with the rest of the group, and also the information that I am pretty spent if we want to investigate now, and probably, I don't know, not in this point in the sewer anymore. It's minutes, so they can be anywhere.
It's been about an hour since the fight.
Yeah, probably an hour.
Because
It's out of town by now.
Well, not out of town, but
they
the
used
trails. The trail's probably gone cold.
yeah, but they used the sewers before as a hideout, so it's worth investigating.
Well, I need to go home and get changed if we're going into the sewers.
Same. You think
I-
I'm gonna ruin 100 brass dress?
I at least need a short rest anyway.
About this time, you guys can hear the arrival of many more guards, and they have, like, Clemens has come back here, and is talking to a person. She is probably 6'2", very dark green skin, short afro hair. She is built like a truck who is built like a truck. And is has on one hip she has a longsword, and on the other hip she has a main gauche, basically a dagger with a basket hilt. And you guys probably would know her by reputation, but maybe not by sight. She's every bit as big as Zari, though.
Oh.
I was
Well.
about to say, but enlarged, but that's faded.
Maybe not quite as big as Zari. Her hair helps, because she's got poofy hair. But she is well built.
Big lady.
Big lady.
Well, there are entirely too many guards here for my comfort. Can we go home, please?
I was gonna say, did you say that out loud?
Let's kill some of them.
No.
Leorndal? No. Risha? Yes.
And
that was Lumi commenting because I assume what you said was out loud. At least loud enough to, for Lumi to react to.
Mm-hmm. Whispered, but not entirely.
So as Yarji like
City
gets
go
into
missing all the time.
Gets into the alleyway, seeing you guys there, it says, "Ho, lights." Oh, right, Lights of Miva. Right. Good job out there. It's good to see you. You guys are getting a reputation. I like to hear it.
Lumi will whisper to Risha, "Just sneak off. We'll deal with this."
Risha hides behind Zari and casts invisibility.
I hope the reputation is a good one.
It is indeed. You've been fixing problems that are problems for the town.
I think Zari was the one that said it best. Apparently, we're heroes.
Like her face lights up, and she has like 4 subdued but their tusks that she shows, kind of not quite vampire style, but pretty close. And she gives you a toothy grin and nods. Yeah, hero seems to fit.
Not sure I personally agree just yet, but I see us going in that direction. And
we are just doing what is right.
Provides a thumbs up to Georgie.
She nods. I'm glad to hear you're doing what's right.
Zari puts her head in the palm of her hand.
I won't keep you guys here. I don't think pursuing him down into the sewers will be doing much good, and we lose patrols down there if we try to send them. visit your guild sometime. I might be able to have a job for you guys to look through the sewers, though. Considering how well you handled the fight out front, maybe you're more likely to live through it than guards are.
Yeah, about that. Just, I'm not trying to educate your guys on survivability, but maybe when a group of hardened adventurers tell you to go, they might at least consider it instead of just blindly just keeping attacking.
She smiles a little bit and says, "You may not know if you're heroes yet, but we guards know our duty, and our duty is standing between the people of this town and things that would endanger it. So, even if you tell us to run, most of us won't, and that is our
What
lot in life."
what if we
Well-
tell them to stand back?
I mean,
Guys, let me handle this. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, and when a group of adventurers has engaged in a monster and is quite clearly handling the situation, the best things the guard can do is to stand back and help cordon off civilians and make sure they are safe, so the adventurers can keep the beast occupied.
she nods. I wasn't here, so we'll keep that in mind. But
Your men are very brave, but there are many roles to play on the battlefield.
she reaches. She's got like chainmail, a breastplate over chainmail, and like greaves and shirt. And she reaches under her tabard, like the cloth covering that would go over a breastplate, and pulls out a guild, an old brain fart. Blue rocks.
Blue rock?
Blue rock symbol, and she goes, "I know a little bit about what you do. I'll let the three who lived through this know what you said, and know that I do not blame them, or I do not. I knew that they were brave.
Yeah, don't discipline them. They were brave.
Oh, I wouldn't think about it. All right. Well, I'll let you six head out. Let me know if you find anything more, or let your local captains know. If you guys are up at the Blue Rock, then Amari would be the captain in that part of town. So let Captain Amari know if you come up with anything else, and know that the city guard appreciates your efforts.
Can we have the same favor if you find something out or know something more, that you can relay that information to us as well?
Amari will know, and I will let him choose what information to give you. I will let him know that I find you at least worthy of my trust at this level.
I take a bow.
She bows and returns, and goes and turns and talks to her, like is like organizing in people to guard the sewer covering and guard the scene of the thing, and make sure people who live in the apartments above the thing have someplace to stay at night, and all those sorts of things that need to happen after this sort of incident. You are definitely invisible, Risha.
Risha no likey town guard.
Stab them.
No, Risha has very light fingers.
Perfect reason to stab them.
There is no reason to stab the guard.
All right. What you guys
The
up
guard
to?
is the guard. That's every reason to stab the guard.
You're way more bloodthirsty than normal, Deem. All right, what you guys doing now?
I'm heading back home to change.
Okay.
Affirmative. You need to get in something more concealing.
Leandrel does not have anything more concealing, so we're just gonna go with everyone else regardless.
Okay. All right, you guys head back to your apartments or the Blue Rock. Get changed. By the time you're done changing and gathering back up, the rumor mill has arrived. And is like there's probably 10 or 15 guild members in the guild, and there's a buzz that quiets as you guys enter the room. What's everybody's passive perception? Yeah, you can count this. Well, no, short rest is overnight.
14.
13.
Okay.
And 14 is the highest between me and Ibrikit. I
All right.
haven't checked it out.
So, Lumi, so sitting at the table, is that one. Haha. Are the members of the Salty Circle, only it's just oh shoot, I forgot to mark which ones are which. Does anybody remember who lived of the Salty Circle when they came
Yeah,
back?
you answered me. Hold on. You said, I think it's the Barber and the Wiz that died.
No, not the Wooden
No.
Limes, the Salty Circle.
Yeah.
Oh no,
First mission.
no, but I think they were half down. I don't think.
Yeah, it was about half of them. Okay, so Sarahi, I think Sarahi was one.
The Salty Circle was the one with that we rescued?
They're the ones that you guys went to Miva with.
Ah,
Way
it
back in
only
session one.
counts as one.
We lost 2 at the initial battle and 1 during the overnight when we went to rescue
Right.
Krior and Risha. I do not remember which. I can probably go scrub the.
Okay, we'll go with Sarahi is the one who survived, because I think that's right.
Sounds familiar.
I think there were 2 of them actually that lived through everything. But Sarahi, you see Sarahi sitting at a table with a few other people who don't look familiar, and they look like wearing hoods inside of the blue rock that kind of concealed their face, and gauntleted hands. And as you guys come into, we actually go to the Blue Rock Adventurers Guild. As you guys kind of come into the common area up here, Sarahi stands up and begins clapping. And 2 of the people next to him stand up as well and clap. And as they do, one of them puts back their hood, and you see as far as you can tell, wood and bronze metal man.
Lumi, the circle is the not the rivals, but the not quite agreeing with group.
No, they're the little baby children.
The rookies.
Yeah, they're
And-
the
and-
rookies.
I know we defined them at the start. The lions were the ones that were better rivals that we would almost go fisticuffs with when we saw.
Right.
But the salty circles is the yeah, I'm not sure I like you.
Well, the Salty Circle were I think the rookies is probably the correct.
Lumi will probably, given the today's happenings, approach Sarah. He extend an arm and just as jokingly as he can muster, comment, "Your guard duty sucks."
He clasps you by the forearm and like gives it a strong shake. Says, 2 demons in one day. I mean, you guys are amazing.
And what was the wooden man?
Oh, Sirva, go ahead and introduce yourself. And Sirva was another member of the Wooden Limes, but last time you saw them, they were brain fart, just like you. They were a human.
They were Feyan.
Feyan, yes.
But now, her maid body. Interesting.
Serva says, well, and the voice is like Serva's mouth opens up, like their lips don't have lips. So the mouth opens up and the voice comes out similar but just a little bit toned differently than what you were familiar with before. And they said, apparently death isn't permanent. If you're willing to acquire a new body. They call me a forged.
All the whilst the person is explaining, Lumi is the archetypical craning his neck, watching the left and moving his head about, trying to observe.
Right. So the other person at the table with Serhi and Serva, has their hands are exposed. They have a hood covering their head, not really visible, but very faintly glowing white coming from inside the depths of the hood. But the hands look like breast like plate mail gauntlets. Very finely crafted, 5-fingered bronze gauntlets. It takes a bit, but after a bit, the room calms back down. People return to their conversations. All right, were you looking for something specific, Lumi, or just taking in the room?
Lumi is just probably first time seeing it forged. Like,
yeah.
How does this thing work looking around?
So none of you have encountered a forged before. And Sherry pushes a couple tables together so you guys can kind of all sit down together.
Lumi will probably ask for permission to twist, turn, hold hands, extend, retract fingers, whatever. Just curious. This is new thing.
Serva seems game. They're like, yeah, the body feels normal. I can feel heat and cold. Pain if I get injured, although it's very much like I don't injure the same way that I used to. Something that, like a wooden staff across my arm might have broken a bone before, and they flex some metal plates on their arm and says, this is more robust than that ever was. Talon here and motions over to the other person. opted for integrated full armor. So they're even more protected than I am. Talon, if you guys might remember, was a more martially inclined member of the party. We when they brought us back, apparently they gave us a choice. Or rather, they. Are you familiar with the spell Speak with Dead?
I just want to check if that spell is on the druid spell list before I answer that.
I mean, through Leorndal, you guys probably would be.
It's used common enough in investigations and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
Cast it
a
all the time.
Leorndal or Iberki mentioned for me.
Okay.
It's on the Bard, Cleric, Wizard level spell lists.
Right. So apparently they questioned our bodies. They gave us options of if we would prefer to come back as this, and they flex their hand. Have a druid cast reincarnation, which may come back as Feyan and may not. Apparently. Or not
Yeah,
come back
I
at
know.
all.
I've heard of the reincarnation spell. It makes possibly to come back as anything really.
So Talon and I apparently chose to come back as this, and everybody else who had passed were reincarnated. They're still recovering. Apparently, being a troll and a half-orc in a city full of Feyan is a little bit strange.
Yes, I would assume. City full of fans and anything will stand out. Even you two.
Mm-hmm.
No ill will intended.
Most people don't notice with the hood up. We just look like we're in motions at Risha.
So you lost your mark as well?
Yes. This body is not Feyan. Per the druid, or per the people who brought me back, only Feyan are. I wouldn't say only Feyan are marked, but at the very least, forged aren't.
I just want to do an Arcana check to see if Lumi knows definitely that point.
Sure, I'll give you Arcana. 11? You got no clue. Seems reasonable.
Interesting point.
Apparently, Aserahi kind of looks upset is not exactly the right term, but yeah, upset is a little bit, and he kind of lowers his voice and says, apparently our trip out to Miva, the reason we were paid so much and the reason we were given the supplies we were given was they didn't expect us to succeed. They expected all of us, waving at both you and his companions, to come back in boxes, and this, and he taps his hand, kind of swings back an arm and taps his hand against Sirva's chest, was to make up for the fact that we were gonna die anyway.
Lumi will actually turn back to Sarahi, looking very serious, and say, regardless of what they meant, regardless of the jokes, thank you for being with us.
He nods, and thank you for not making the trip out to Miva be just what whoever set this all up wanted. Seems like you were more successful. Well, I guess you were more successful, although it sounds like the second trip out there didn't go so well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure how much we want to share with actually that part of the theory. We're investigating some stuff.
Well, let the circle know if you need any help in the future, because you probably saved at least some of our lives. Or actually, I know
Yeah,
you saved some of our lives.
what was the idea? If we all died, then there was nobody to bring us back.
I'm guessing they were expecting all but one of us to return in boxes, either on cart or floating down the stream.
And
Because one would have needed to put someone in the last box and send it off.
And it's really hard to damage a magical box that has a spell on it to help people find it. So as long as somebody ended up in a box, I suspect they would have been happy. But no, drinks, and he goes off to source some beers. As there's no table service here, it's not a bar.
Lumi will probably head towards the receptionist lady and grab a beer on the way past.
Okay. So the receptionist lady is seated in behind the desk, kind of looking. It's noon was the dinner, and so it's about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. So looking kind of bored. Oh, hi Lumi, how can I help you?
Yeah, I just want to say sorry for barking at you earlier.
She kind of half shrugs. Hey, not the first time, won't be the last.
It's a very long story, and Lumi will probably just start telling the story from all the way back from the start of the bullet ambush that lost 2 circles their lives and onwards. And me as a player will hang back.
All right. So as Lumi's telling his tale to the receptionist lady, and the rest of you are getting beers handed to you from the from Serhi, do we have any plans for the rest of this evening?
Only a quick trip out to Moma's. Tell her all about how my night was ruined.
Okay.
Ruin all of the nights.
So
Forever.
you get to Moma's. The fire inside of her oven has been banked and is cooling down. Because she's done baking for the day. Strangely enough, yes, she does actually stop baking. But there are hot cinnamon rolls that just came out of the oven probably like an hour and a half ago. So they're still like just warm, but not hot. And she goes, "Oh, tell me all about it, dear." And she takes a fork and like peels one of the cinnamon rolls off of the batch and puts it on a plate for you and hands it over.
Glad to eat it. Tell her all about how excited I was to actually be dressed up and have a reason. Sparing her the gory details, of course. Mom was too precious for that.
She's like, you do get such few opportunities to look nice in a dress. You should really do that more often. Do you have a nice guy or gal or other non-binary person to take? You should take somebody on a date.
Non-binary pal.
There you go.
No, ma'am.
Well,
It's hard to find anybody when, I enjoy being invisible.
you should stop. I mean, I don't want to tell you to stop enjoying being invisible, but maybe spend some time not being as invisible. There are lots of eligible people out there, and yeah, Moma's not going to have any great grands if you don't start getting busy with it. If that's what
As
you want.
Reach. Not sure as of yet.
That's fair.
I'm still young, Mama.
She just kind of laughs and, like, a face made of more wrinkles than not smiles and says, yes, you are very young, and you don't have to think about that for a few years. Just stay safe, okay?
I will do my best.
Stop killing demons, or at least if you're going to kill demons, make sure you kill them from a long ways away.
Oh, speaking of demons,
Uh-huh.
and Risha will go into a brief explanation of how she's now a sense joined by the Fae.
This gets a lot of very nodding but not understanding expression from Moma. Like, she's supportive, but she doesn't really get it. But she offers you another cinnamon roll as you have finished your first.
Mama, you're freaking adorable. In all the best ways.
Ah. Well, I gotta fatten you up. You don't eat
I
enough.
would prefer. I eat plenty
I don't think
once
so.
a day.
I don't think so. She puts a third cinnamon roll on your plate as you've just started your second.
How can I say no to you?
You can't. That's the thing.
It's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right. What else is anybody doing this evening?
I'm just going home, resting up.
All
Not
right.
much to it. Meditate maybe a little bit.
All right. So, not hearing a whole lot else, we can go ahead and rotate on to the next day. You guys can mark down a short rest if you wish. Oh, I mean, yeah, I would assume you wish. But yeah, short rest. You can take a short rest. And who here is staying at the Blue Rock for the evening?
Zari is.
Okay.
Technically, I am, because that's where I live.
Sure. All right. Roll a d6. High, Azari. All right, low. So, Risha, at your door in the morning, about 6:30, you hear a knocking at your chamber door.
Ugh. It is entirely too early for this. Who's there? I'm not getting up yet.
After you said something, envelope is pushed under the door, and the knocking stops.
I'm not even gonna talk, making me move. Ugh. Get up and open it.
So the note says it is the seal on it is the official guard seal, and it is addressed to the Lights of Miva on the front. And breaking the seal and opening up the envelope, it says, we think we have a lead on brain fart. Wrong one. Which one?
Limes.
Caitlin. We think we have a lead on Caitlin, and it's signed Brain fart. Amari.
Oh,
And with that, we will go ahead and end today's session. So thank you to the players for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back again. We will likely be back again in 2 weeks. I hope to see you all then. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been great having you here. Bye.